Yo, it's Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog. Excuse me. I just came off of the book. They was trying to make my name taste like ass when you speak it. Shout out to Biggie, man. But listen, when it come down to it, the Brooklyn Nets got Kevin Durant on the roster, and we gonna go through the roster. Far as Knicks fans saying my name and they wanting smoke, I wanted to. But more so, I'll get into that another time. Maybe 7 to 9 p.m., 8 o'clock. Who Run the City, the podcast. KVN, you know what it is. Pull up. But the roster looking good for the Brooklyn Nets. Real good. Let me tell you how. Everything but a big man. But get into the everything but a big man. So that means and our weakness will be defensive rebounds and the other opposing team getting offensive rebounds. If that, because the way the team is going to be built, it's going to be built on defense with the roster that we got. Now, we all know what the roster is, and the question is what Nash is going to do with the starting lineups. Truth is, I feel like the best thing for the Brooklyn Nets going forward was that meeting between Nash and KD. I'm going to keep saying that. I'm going to always say that. Because they needed to speak man to man, and I think that's what the misunderstanding was as far as communication. There was no communication between Kevin Durant and Nash when it came down to playoff basketball, and it's the reason why we lost. Kevin Durant was upset about it, spoke on it, mattered. That's why the meeting happened, and that's why he's staying. Now, that being said, the fact is, KD, that's a tone setter, what he did. You know what I'm saying? And, we'll see what happens. But I seen a practice between Nick Claxton, DJ, Cam Thomas, Joe Harris. Yeah, and I think I said Nick Claxton. And, yeah. And that's good. That's how you build chemistry and cohesiveness. Them on the floor at the same time, actually practicing. You see Kevin Durant, he might have been practicing with Kyrie. And that's the thing. That whole thing with practice with Kyrie, like you know what I'm saying, it is what's important because we didn't get a lot of 7-11. And I think as fans, we deserve that. We didn't really see them as a combination. We didn't see them do their thing on pick and rolls and he know where he at because they got chemistry together. We ain't get that. The fans ain't get that. We ain't see none of that. That wasn't none of our, you know what I mean? That we could look forward to. I see KD do his thing, get 50 on the Knicks. I see Kyrie get 60 on, I think, Charlotte or Orlando. So it's like, yeah, individually. And then you hear Dragic with that, come out with that comment like, yeah, they just care about their personal stats. And it's like, damn, you frown upon it. But you think as a fan, like, yo, is that shit true? And I think KD coming back and saying, nah, that shit ain't true, man. This is a redemption season. This is this is something to prove season. And we fit in to prove something. Facts. And I think that's what it is. And I think that's what we gotta do. We gotta make sure that everybody's playing a leadership. Who's leading this ship? Is it Sean Marks, Nash, KD? Are they all on the same page? Because that seemed like what the confusion was. And again, the meeting was the best thing that happened for the Brooklyn Nets. And it was the best thing that happened. And my thing is, again, like I said, as men, they gotta communicate. You gotta get that off you gotta, and I think that's what happened for him to, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, that being said, coaching. What does a good coach do in that playoff situation? We could go through it, because I'm sitting here chilling. You know what I mean? So, I'll just go to these highlights real quick. You know what I mean? The Boston defense. Hold on. And see what happened, because this is what the conversation was about. This is what the conversation was about.
Team also helps Tatum because
Watch this with me. Now I'm gonna do some commentary. You know
in
how
the
I
first
go.
two games of the Celtics
Shout out to
Nets
him.
series,
It's called
Boston
Thinking
has put
Basketball.
Kevin
Subscribe
Durant
to
in a
him, man. He's
straight
fire.
jacket with an
But
incredible
we gonna watch
defensive
this.
display, holding him to
We
just
gonna watch
32%
this.
shooting from the floor while forcing 12 turnovers in an Alcatraz-level lockdown. Boston has looked like an historically good defense since the new year, and last month we discussed their incredible length, switchability, and lockstep scheme, and they've taken those principles and focused them squarely on Durant. It starts
from the ball, making it difficult for KD to get to his sweet spots and denying him the ball
Exactly.
within
Watch this with me.
range. Here's a play from their game in March where
Look.
Boston switches and Durant ends up with a post-up in his comfort zone
Right.
with an easy jab step and score.
Right.
With Tatum as the
1921.
there's
Hold on.
no
Did you see that?
switch.
It was
And then
1921.
Tatum
This is what I'm
denied
just saying.
any
All
foul line area catch.
right. I'm not even
A
gonna
few
close
trips
it. Let me
later,
say
they
it
tried
right.
to free Durant with a cross screen.
But that was
and Boston
1921. They
switches,
made adjustments
and
in the
KD runs
game,
into
in the
Grant
playoff
Williams.
game, that
Then
very
Horford
game,
gets
not
in
the
his way
next
to give him
game,
no
but this
space
game. Look what
while
they
ignoring
doing.
Andre Drummond. Then
See,
Grant
they
hits
don't.
the
Hold on,
post,
hold
and
on,
Durant
hold on. That's
finally
my.
gets
This
it
is
in a
exactly
nice
what I'm trying to
spot,
say, bro.
but is ripped by
This
Williams.
is
And that
this is what I'm trying to say. You see that KD? He was over there. Hold on, let me back it up. KD, this okay. One KD, he over here by Drummond. Peep game. He over here by Drummond. Right. Did
a
they
few
deny
trips
him the
later,
ball?
they tried
Right
to
there.
free Durant
Look.
with a cross screen,
Look.
and Boston switches.
Right there.
And KD
Okay, they
runs
switched.
into Grant
Look,
Williams.
exactly.
Then Al
That's
Horford
cool.
gets
That's
in his
regular
way to give
defense.
him
See,
no
look,
space
boom, right
while
there,
ignoring
right
Andre.
there, right there. You right here. You see they circling him. You know why they circling him? Because he not supposed to be here. He is supposed to be LaMarcus Aldridge. This player right here, him right here, Drum. I like you, Drum, but you're not supposed to be right here in the playoffs. The adjustment is supposed to be Al Horford can't go over here to double team and deny KD the basketball because LaMarcus Aldridge is knocking this down. And if he throwing the alley oop to Brown. What are we doing? This is why they had the meeting, because of this right here. Do you see this? Drum should not be here for coaching reasons. Coaching shows you LaMarcus Aldridge is supposed to be here. This is automatic. You see, it's a zero. Like swish. Are you serious? Bro, we gonna keep watching this stuff.
Drummond. Then Grant fronts the post, and Durant finally gets it in a nice spot, but is ripped by Williams, and that leads to a run out and a nice smart pass for easy offense.
Transition, easy
A
buckets.
minute later, you can see Grant completely face guarding Durant, and Horford slides down to make it harder.
Because that's
KD
not
says,
LaMarcus
"Forget it,"
Aldridge.
and tells Drummond to
Right? See, if it was if this was LaMarcus Aldridge, Al Horford can't do that. Automatic is knocking that down. And don't tell me we playing a fast-paced game when we walking the ball down the court. We're not getting no fast break points. We walking the ball down the court. Like they gotta respect automatic LaMarcus Aldridge. Stay, yo, not Drum from there. Hell no. Coaching. Listen, man.
Go screen, and that at least gives Kyrie a slight edge in the ball screen action.
They know he ain't gonna throw it to Drum unless it's an alley.
Even with Tatum on the bench.
See? They know they're not gonna throw it to Drum unless it's an alley. That's coaching. Remember, Ime Udoka, he was on the Brooklyn Nets.
In the ball screen action.
Look, he know he gonna roll all the way to the basket. So Al Horford is gonna go all the way to the basket and double team Kyrie because they don't have to respect Drum's jumper because he's not supposed to be there. LaMarcus Aldridge is supposed to be there. This is part of the reason why we could win this series. But this again with coaching. Coaching is responsible who you sub in and sub out. This is why they had the meeting. They had to talk. KD had to tell them all this. But I digress. Let's continue.
Leads to free throws. Even with Tatum on the bench, Williams tries to impede the cut. Then Jaylen Brown is waiting, and again, Horford tries to take away Durant's space, and like a broken record, Kyrie falls back on pick and roll, and this time Smart recovers well, and it's a tough jumper.
Right.
Boston's game plan is to reroute Durant on his movement and not let him walk to where he wants.
Right.
And the Celtics can switch almost any defender when needed, so Smart sits on his front leg to squeeze him out here, and Horford can then stay with Kyrie on the ball, with Smart bothering him because Durant can't space to the corner with Bruce Brown standing
this is another
there,
thing. Why Kyrie and KD is there? Why KD and Kyrie don't do a pick and roll? Like the coaching or whatever, right? Why are they not doing that? Like, why are they not doing that? This is supposed to be 7-11. 7-11. 7 supposed to set the pick for Kyrie. Make him Kyrie on, like, switch that. Like, what? Kyrie will give, stop it, man. Stop it. Coaching, man.
Offense.
Coaching,
Some of this
man.
is a lack of agility.
Listen, Boston, they gave us open shots that they wanted us to take. They were giving us the shots that they wanted us to take. And they just made Kyrie and KD, you be good enough to go through all of that. And you could score, and then say, God bless you. But they played great defense because there were no adjustments. Look at KD running up the court, right? Al Horford guarding Nick Claxton. Nick Claxton, another one, don't have a jumper. But you don't play LaMarcus Aldridge, knowing that him as a stretch forward, he cannot double team KD. If you got somebody, he got a guard with a jumper. Nick Claxton, again, I like Nick Claxton, but again, where is LaMarcus Aldridge? This is another time I am explaining that LaMarcus Aldridge should have been in this series, right?
From Durant on these cuts. He's top locked again. Horford slides next to the screen, and KD runs right into him instead of going around. Then Williams recovers instantly, and Durant just blasts through him instead of countering. And all of this is just to set a screen. And then finally, Kevin catches it 20 feet away with 7 on the shot clock, only for Brown to slide into it.
Exactly. And he don't want to pass it to Kessler. Cam Thomas should be right there, man.
The Celtics don't even make handoffs.
That's another thing,
with
yo.
Smart.
Did you see the score? It was 35-14. You can't score the ball, and you got Kessler Edwards out there, and they still scoring. Put Cam Thomas in a game. Why you don't got LaMarcus Aldridge and Cam Thomas in a game? Those are the players that could have helped us win this series. Like, yo, shout out to this video. This is fire, bro.
In position to deny. Then he jams the handoff and harasses Durant 30 feet away into a sloppy pass. Smart, Tatum, Brown, and Grant Williams are all much stronger than Durant, and while leaning into his movement like this will be a foul sometimes, it's just hard for KD to keep his balance and comfortably move around these defenders. Williams is built like a brick wall and just holds his ground here. And you see Durant try to push him off, so he takes another step out, and Grant moves in on him. And the pass is an adventure because KD's off balance. When he finally catches it, the Celtics swarm with Brown pulled over, with Smart waiting in the lane, and that is yet another turnover.
Exactly.
So even when he does catch the ball in these spots,
see, they leaving Bruce Brown on the wing by himself. Like, they just going wherever KD at and not respecting the other players because Bruce Brown, he did his thing. But Kessler Edwards, he shouldn't be getting minutes over Cam Thomas. I said that. What happened? Cam Thomas should be in the game because they can't do all of this to KD with Cam Thomas in the game. That's a fact. He should have gave him his revenge because Marcus Smart hurt him. I mean, so yeah, could have got revenge on the Boston Celtics in this series, and instead, you sit the guys that could help us win. I'm glad they had that meeting. Man. Let's continue though.
Over making life uncomfortable. Another issue for Durant is that he just isn't quick enough to take any of these defenders. Daniel Tice denies him well. Again, Brown sags way off Kyrie, and he can't turn the corner and is swarmed on a 12-foot pull-up, and there are always bodies behind him in the paint because of Brooklyn's non-shooters. This actually reminds me of what KD faced in the 2016 Western Conference Finals, with Golden State cheating over into Durant's driving lanes and clogging the paint because the Thunder lacked shooters to space the floor. In Game 1, Durant was able to get his best shots in transition. Brown and Horford, forget about him here. And on a run out like this, he can waltz to a sweet spot without test.
Exactly. That's how we need to play the game.
They made sure to pick him up high. And Smart adds a second body because they don't really care about Bruce Brown as a shooter.
Exactly. Look, he go all the way to the paint. Into a wide open three. He go all the way to the paint. We need an offensive guy there. Cam Thomas
will live with that. What
yeah,
the
exactly.
Celtics are avoiding
Cam
is
Thomas should
Brown
have been in
wide
that
open
game.
on
Man.
the short roll.
Cam Thomas and LaMarcus Aldridge could have changed this whole series.
So the Celtics don't outright trap Durant ball screens, even as they're showing him a second defender. Tatum comes back to briefly double team, then ties
Dragic in the paint. That's terrible.
Left Brown
Yo, why would Dragic? Hold on. Why would Dragic roll to the paint? And then you got Seth Curry here. Okay, then Bruce Brown. So KD is the biggest guy on the floor, and we down by fucking 9? Are you serious? Nah, man, I ain't jacking that, bro. That's crazy. This is okay. This is how I look at it. In this situation, you want LaMarcus Aldridge because he going to get you 2 points, man. It might not be 3, but it's 2. You know, so you get him out there, and he's a big man, and KD don't have to be the only big man out there. You know, KD is the only come on, man.
But that shot is a misfire. Remember, Boston just switches most of these screens without paying any tax. Even when Horford is crossed up here, Tatum slides off the corner to cut off KD.
Exactly.
So Al can recover and strip Durant from behind.
Exactly.
This time Horford switches and Tatum lets Brown go, jabs at the ball, and Durant fumbles it under pressure for a giveaway. Here's another really quick double with Smart on Durant and Tatum leaving Kyrie to jab at the Rock. And Tatum's length has really bothered Durant in this series.
Yeah.
There's a second body creeping up to KD, and then Tatum's contest forces a wobbly pass to the corner, giving Grant Williams time to recover.
Bruce Brown for 3. They don't even respect
Tatum's
that.
defense in general has been exceptional for most of the first
come
2 games.
Why is Bruce Brown handling the
ball?
ball?
Been really good
like,
too. And he's had highlight
Cam
reel
Thomas
moments.
should be in the game.
Switched onto a red-hot Irving in Game 1, only to block his step
Come
back.
on, he's a tall defender. He just look at it. There's no offensive attack schemes. Like what is our attack? And I'm saying how we attack the Boston Celtics. Like they just went out there and told them to have a good game. Like you know what to do.
Tatum because even when Durant gets half a step, Smart's eyeing him off the corner. There are 3 Celtics standing in the paint, so Jason can really bother KD's pull-up. You might be thinking, Durant's release is so high, you can't really bother his shot, but Tatum can outright stuff it. And that one was aided by bodies in the paint and Jalen helping off Kyrie. But this one's in straight-up isolation, and I don't remember anyone ever just stamping Durant's jumper like that. It reminded me of the 2008 finals when Paul Pierce absolutely smothered Kobe Bryant in isolation, and that Celtic defense held Bryant to 49% true shooting with 8 turnovers in the first 2 games of that series. Although that's nothing compared to their first 2 games against a pre-MVP LeBron James, where he committed 17 turnovers on a woeful 32% true shooting. LeBron did pass well in those games, but Durant hasn't punished the Celtics much for tilting the defense toward him.
They know it's an alley.
Attacking off a screen, and per usual,
they don't respect. Look, hold on. For Drum to be a threat, right? From the pick, from the 3-point line, right? All the way back here, right? For him to be a threat, he would have to have a jumper. He don't got no jumper. They know he gonna roll all the way to the paint. Now, Seth Curry, respectfully, ready for it. Bruce Brown, him too. But Tatum there. And that's the truth. They look, this is a triple team. This is a triple team. This is why they had to talk. Because Drum is a good player, but he's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be LaMarcus Aldridge. You run that pick and roll that high, that's a play for LaMarcus Aldridge, not Drum. Right?
Seth Curry of all people, but Durant takes a heavily contested jumper. This might be Durant's best season as a passer, although he's more comfortable when he can pause and survey like he does here, exposing the double team with a quick kick out. And sometimes just making the basic pass one help away is the way to capitalize on defenders cheating over.
Right.
In the plays we've
Cam
already
Thomas
looked
can
at,
help him do that.
he's missed a ton of nearby.
Hey, you hear me? Any player that try to cheat and go over, Cam Thomas gonna be there to protect KD. You could pass it to Cam Thomas and he gonna knock down that jumper or get the midi or take it to the basket and score. Like, it's up there. I'm telling you, man, KD could get help from Cam Thomas because they cannot double KD with Cam Thomas on the floor helping him as a teammate. Listen, man.
By shooters, and more advanced skip passes are even harder to make when you're desperately hunting for shooting space. Even on a play like this, where KD is attacking the goal, a swing to Curry might be better than trying to finish in traffic, because Durant has had trouble generating just about anything off the drive in this series, thanks to Boston's size and discipline. Crisper off-ball movement could also combat this scheme, but we haven't seen much of that. And the Celtics have executed their game plan to perfection, pushing him off his sweet spots, denying him easy catches, throwing extra defenders in his driving gaps, and fluidly switching from one strong defender to the next. So, after 2 games, Ime Udoka's incredible defense, led by Jason Tatum and Marcus Smart, have subjected Kevin Durant and the Nets to an absolute defensive clinic. To support this channel, check out patreon.com.
Yeah, man. Subscribe to Dewey, man.
Additional content.
See all the stuff you can subscribe to right there. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to him. Easy. This is a dope video. Facts. But yeah, man. You know, I just wanna pull up and say that, you know, that was a dope video, and I mean, for my Nets fans. Shout out to Barry Garrix. He say Nets better get Boogie. Yeah, man. Honestly, that'd be nice if we could get Boogie on the team. I feel like he's set the tone, identity, that certain toughness, a mental toughness. And we you know, a Day'Ron Sharpe and a Nick Claxton, they could, you know what I'm saying, that'll help them be better basketball players. But listening to Day'Ron Sharpe, he got that competitive edge too. Excuse me. And Nick Clax, you know what I'm saying? He bracket tag Clax, you already know. But yeah, he's a veteran, and you know, they're young guys. I imagine Boogie on the team is a good look. You know, I'm hoping it happens because I don't think we got a true center. I think Kevin Durant is a small forward. I think Day'Ron Sharpe and Nick Claxton are power forwards. And I think we need a center or two. You know, they say they got Hassan Whiteside, and you know, I like him too. You know what I mean, get 2 centers. You know what I'm saying? Just so we could not burn out KD. And I think that's another thing that they spoke on too. Like, yo, you can't be playing me all those minutes wild crazy like that. You got talent on the bench. You just got this tight rotation. You could have been doing it. I'm saying, I think the conversation went good for him to come back to the Brooklyn Nets. You know, I think yeah, they got to know the significance of communication if they building towards the same direction, and what kind of communication they should have if they really building towards the same direction. And yeah, you know, I'm glad they spoke. But yeah, man, Boogie, he ain't gotta score the way he did on the Kings. He could just get rebounds and play defense. Like he ain't gotta do nothing wild crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know why you say I don't know the white side. Me, listen. I think not necessarily a specific person, but as far as resume, I always thought Whiteside was a solid player. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. As far as Nash staying and going, like I said, I think the same role that D'Antoni had, Brian Keefe will have as assistant coach next to Steve Nash. I think he's going to, kind of be very influential, if you will, for lack of better words. I think he will, of course, Lynn, you know what I'm saying? They should speak, like they should have a relationship. Why shouldn't Nash have a relationship with his assistant coaches? You know what I mean? These assistant coaches, shit, Ime Duco, you wish you was his friend, right? Shit, could you call him in the off season and say how you did that? Who could Nash talk to? Who's his friends? Does he have assistant coach friends? Does they have like a coach party and like link up in the coach lounge and talk about coach stuff? Talk about adjustments, when they call timeout, not to burn out your players. Your rookie had a good game last night. Play him again. His confidence is building. His morale is growing. He deserved the minutes because how he played in practice. Kessler Edwards, DDJ, Day'Ron Sharpe, offensive output. Day'Ron Sharpe was giving you the same offensive output James Johnson was giving you with half the minutes. Mad all season why Day'Ron Sharpe not getting more minutes over James Johnson. Not just anybody. Not LaMarcus Aldridge. Not Blake Griffin. But James Johnson. So that being said, I feel like, yeah, all of those lineup changes that Nash was doing last season, some of that gotta stop. If they playing great, keep them in the lineup. Don't just take them out the lineup after they play good basketball. They play good basketball, let them, you know what I mean? Let them keep playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, obvious. Why wouldn't you let them keep playing? I don't know, man. Can't call it, won't spoil it, man. But yeah, I think that's what the conversation was about. Or I feel like the best thing for the Brooklyn Nets is communication. That's some heavy man talk communication. I imagine the presence in a room, the tension was thick. So thick you could cut a knife through it. I imagine when a dark room and KD's just sitting in the dark smoking a blunt. They like, yo, KD, can I come in? And he like, I guess. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, turn the lights on. We got company, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and, I don't know what really happened, man. I just know this is redemption season. And we got something to prove. And I hope that the Brooklyn Nets play good basketball. I'm saying that the Brooklyn Nets are going to be playing 1 through 6. Yeah, we not doing the playing this shit, man. That's not what we doing, man. That's not what we doing. We not doing that. We gonna do something different, man. And I think the first 20 games is gonna be tough. And we gotta be more lenient, not lenient, but yeah, like because it's the something to prove season. these first 20 games, and I'm only mentioning it because I heard that they're gonna have 5 back-to-back games, so it's gonna be tough. But those are opportunities for them second year guys to get minutes. DDJ say he still want that guaranteed contract. The Nets only trying to give him a two-way. DDJ pulling up to the games. You know what I'm saying? Putting respect on the WNBA, showing love. And we ain't give him a contract yet. Like, what's the suspense? DDJ got, like, come on. DDJ in the same draft. That whole draft was special. He scored 16 in the fourth quarter. Part of the reason why we traded Bruce Brown. Y'all don't believe me? Part of the reason why we traded Bruce Brown is because we got DDJ. And we ain't got to pay the bag to DDJ yet. But he's part of the core of what the Brooklyn Nets can build around from the draft. DDJ, Cam Thomas, Kessler Edwards, and Day'Ron Sharpe. They like Raekwon Gray in the G League, so, you know, I respect it. But, you know, he's still part of the Long Island Nets. But, yeah, I think Day'Ron Sharpe. He excelled in the G League, and that's why we playing him part of the Brooklyn Nets too, instead of the Long Island Nets. He was averaging a double-double, easy work. And yeah, I think he gonna average a double-double this season. When you look at Day'Ron Sharpe, he did his thing. You know what I'm saying? Trust me. All he needs is more minutes. He's a player that really is gonna surprise a lot of fans that's not Brooklyn Nets fans. Well, like me, I ain't surprised because I seen him play. I kind of know what he could do. Well, he got good hands, and on top of that, he could score his own basket. The only player that we got scored to the basket. I mean, besides KD. You know what I'm saying? Like a big man though. Like Nick Claxton, I don't know if he got that bag yet from last season. I don't know if that's what he's doing yet. You know what I mean? Not yet. Or maybe. Yo, this is what I'm saying. This is why they saying he a center though. He's 6'10". Like, I think it's a game, man. We got a real good team, yo. He's always been a winner. People who he is, man. He only played 1 year, right? But played ball for North Carolina for Tar Heels. He's another one that came out as a rookie. 29th pick. Rookie getting picked over sophomores, juniors, and seniors in the first round. In high school, his team had a 30-1 record and win the NCHSAA Class 4A state title. He announced he was transferring to Montverde Academy for his senior season. He averaged 12.1 points and 7.3 boards per game as a senior, leading the team to Montverde to a 25-0 record and #1 national ranking according to Max Preps. He was a McDonald's All-American as well as a Jordan Brand All-American. So nice. So nice, man. I'm trying to tell you. Yo, he's 6'10", man. And he ain't no pushover neither. I mean, he's 6'10", but he like heavy too, like 246. He gonna lean on you. Like, it's different, man. It's a real basketball player, man. Day'Ron Sharpe get busy, and I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. I'm gonna show y'all something. Well, yeah, man. This is what I'm saying. Everybody talking about the superstars with KD and Kyrie. It's these second year guys, man. It's when, trust me. It's when they need a rest. You know what I'm saying? When they tired, when they need to sit down and take a break because they got the Brooklyn Nets to lead. When that happens, like that's it. That's when Day'Ron Sharp will come in the game and be able to create his own shot. Like, I'm not saying it because he's my favorite player. Everybody think the offense is supposed to come from one player. Bro, the offense is supposed to come from multiple players. I told y'all that's how the ABA champions won it. They won it that way. There was like 5 players in double digits. You know what I'm saying? That's how I went. That's how I go. But yeah, man. On Sharp, man. Listen. This is who's gonna be playing. 20 points for Chicago. All right, let's watch this.
7-5 Bulls. Durant with a head of steam. Good look. He gets Sharp on the roll for the easy bucket. Harden gives up his dribble. Edwards just made a 3. That one off the heel. Rebound. Tip it goes. And Sharp working the interior. He's got a knack. Patty Mills, DeAndre Bembry in.
Yeah, all right, here we go.
Inside. Sharp.
See? Attack the basket. Attack it.
Sharp.
Protector, you see the quick screen, and look at that flip. Sharp with the throwdown.
Nice.
That's going to make sure that they're up on things defensively to force them.
I'm saying, oh boy.
Michael, I feel like you should have a pipe.
Catching alleys, though. Catching alleys.
Harden, ball on a string. Harden, the drive.
Every time.
Sharp.
Look at that. Exactly. He's not looking for the foul. He's looking for the basket.
Edwards, and this time James Harden gets it to Day'Ron Sharp.
75-71. Vucevic.
Good defense.
Knocked out of there by
Why he
Sharp.
shouldn't get
Another
minutes?
block for Brooklyn.
Sharp's around both ends of the floor. Get that out of here.
He's got 13 assists, 6 rebounds.
And there's still a lot of time left in this game. I know this is ballooning.
Catch, layup, Sharp. Nets traveled from Portland here to Chicago. Bembry, high off the window, slam down. It's Sharp. And a Brooklyn bombardment here in Chicago. The Nets are 7 of 9 from the field in the fourth. Harden inside on the same page. And Sharp has lived up to his last name.
Yo, man, I be trying to tell y'all.
Harden surveys. Oh, between the legs for Sharp. And they're rubbing salt into the wound. They needed something like this just to remind people around the league who they are. Duke has it blocked. Nice. Sharp is there for the loose change. And he's got 20 points and 7 rebounds.
20 points and 7 rebounds. How much is Day'Ron Sharp going to average for the Brooklyn Nets next season? I don't know. But what I will say is a double-double. I don't know what kind of double. I think it's points and rebounds, double-double. He's going to give you that. That's a fact. That's what. Trust me. They're going to give him enough minutes because he's going to take James Johnson minutes, but he should have did it last season. Yeah, man. Listen, Day'Ron Sharp, he ready. He ready. And it may be a surprise to some, probably a lot of people, because there's only one person watching. But I'm going to be able to go back and let y'all know, like, yeah, I said that. I guess that's a glory in itself, but I know that the good teams are winning because of the draft. And that's why I pay so much attention to the draft picks. And that's why I was so upset about Jared Allen leaving. But yeah, man, it's Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog. If you like son, hit that like button. Yeah, subscribe, Subscribe to my page, and then tell your friend about it, and then so they can subscribe too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, the Brooklyn Nets are looking good. They practiced together today, and hopefully from now on, up until the season start, they practice together. And it's a good sign. And two things happened, and it was a chain reaction. KD says staying, and then the Brooklyn Nets were practicing together. There's something special about that. I don't know exactly what. There's something good about it. But yeah, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. It's Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog. I'll get with y'all later. Peace.